mean, I think that the next generation of this that we're working on right now is like that. That in my sense of conversations with children, I think that's the metaphor, right? Is that they're going to be flying a meaning ship. They're going to have basically a joystick, a control panel, in which when they encounter something that they're interested in, they can fly up to get a higher view of it, fly down to get a more resolved, more detailed awareness of it, fly off to a side to look at it more poetically, fly off to a different side to look at it more scientifically. If they encounter something that they're interested in, launch a sensor or probe into it, scan it, or punch right through the surface and go underneath the water, so to speak, to what's the assumptions underneath it. I envision that the metaphor of children that will be both fun and engageable for them, but have all the dexterities and qualities we've been talking about, will be something like that. And that this tablet thing is an intermediate. So what I just did was jump to the artistic or beautiful part of the Renaissance. You recall that I had this quote of all of the geniuses of all time, nobody's revered as being a generally better genius than Leonardo da Vinci. And one of the things that's been real interesting to me in looking at geniuses, people that were really fired and alive in some way, the thing that I think was the real determining factor was that somehow, somewhere in the course of their lives, they learned to trust their own learning process above being taught. They learned to navigate their experience of their life and their learning as if what the necessities that they discovered in their own living, in their learning, was the barometer or compass with which they could tune into how to live in the world, how to think or work in the world. And I really believe that this is true. And I was just coming into thinking about this when doing some research on Da Vinci. I found this quote by a student of his who was Da Vinci's art student. You recall that Da Vinci was into everything, right? He was the best scientist of his day. Not the best, there were others that were better, but he was a better combination of different things than anybody that had lived to this point that we know of.
The best thing he did for us had nothing to do with artistic matters. It was about learning, which used to say is the only thing the mind never exhausts, never fears, and never regrets. Learning. It's the only thing that would never fail us.
That would be the most important thing. It comes back to this question we started with, right? If you were the kind of godparent of childhood and humanity, right? What would we want to be facilitating? That's what a teacher needs to go through, in a way.
I know we'll have more opportunity to talk to you individually at lunch, and then those who will be joining us for the dialogue session. Please join me in thanking David for extending us quite a bit today. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Jeannie. Thanks for coming. I really appreciated the opportunity.